Addy in my baddie.
Did you go ahead and pop it in?
That shit's going. Yes, sir.
It's blue raz.
It's juicy too.
Blue Raz.
We here.
It's a
We
class.
quite educated.
Nah, we're cool.
Are we already recording on the?
Hell yeah, mate.
It's already going.
Hell yeah, mate.
Just the green button is all that needs to be lit up.
No, everything's good. I mean, it's going. Like we've
Okay.
whatever the time is. That's how long we've been going.
No, I was just making sure.
Probably been going about 15, I'd say.
I was just making sure. That's all.
about 9. That's an honor.
I'm not.
That's an honor.
I hear a niner in there when you talking on walkie-talkies.
What's that from?
Tommy boy.
Tommy boy. Talking on a walkie-talkie.
All right. As soon as we get our first.
Did you eat paint chips as a kid? No. What?
What? We cannot start talking about Tommy boy before we go live. I will drop like 9 schnikes.
Son of a.
No, son, that's for me.
Is that for me, Dad? Son. Yeah, good look at a butcher's ass. Sticking your head up a T-bone.
We'll start going as soon as we get our first listener.
I wonder who it's gonna be.
Who's it gonna be? I bet it's Jelly. She's definitely our best listener.
But she does have 2 kids up there.
She does have 2 children. By children, we mean dogs. Our dogs.
My dog specifically.
Your dog?
Hmm?
Oh.
Which one's yours?
What are you talking about? The dog's upstairs?
Yeah.
Choose your weapon.
Our first of the night, cyber honey.
What's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
What's poppin'? Cyber honey.
What's pop lock?
I feel like you can't say cyber honey without like having like a sexual connotation under it.
I think it is a very sexual name.
Like, hey, cyber honey.
Cyber
What are you
honey.
doing
Well, I think
tonight,
it's the
baby?
honey. It's thick.
Hey, honey.
It's
Like a
thick.
southern twang.
Hey, honey.
Hey, honey.
You thick like
You
honey.
want elbows or hugs?
Oh my god. That. What a throwback.
Yeah, way back.
We'll
Like a
tell that
month
story.
ago.
We'll tell that story one day.
No, we won't.
Oh, we made her sad.
What happened?
It's okay.
I'm leaving.
No, don't leave.
Baby, come back.
You can blame it all on us.
I can't remember. Never mind.
Can't remember what. Oh yeah, you know who it is.
You know
Yeah,
who
I had
it
gotten
is.
mixed up because there was like a weird mix-up, and
Yeah,
then
I got mixed up.
you got mixed up, and then it mixed me up.
Yeah.
And here I am,
It's too many mix-ups.
wondering what the hell is going on.
I should have put my hair up before we went live. Rookie mistake.
Oh no!
Well, that's what you need a beanie for, bro.
Oh no!
All right. So
Chugga.
okay, embarrassing little story here. I'm gonna go ahead and kick us off here. Embarrassing little story. I was at work and I was like, yeah, you guys should listen to the podcast tonight. We're talking about 3 Doors Down.
Oh my god. You are the worst.
And then when I saw that Jim Morrison was from The Doors, I thought, wow, that makes a lot of fucking sense. So
Cyber Honey would be pumped if it was 3 Doors Down.
I like some 3 Doors Down.
Yeah, she is.
3
a
Doors
fan.
Down's pretty solid.
She's
I
a
think
big
that was
fan.
I think that was actually the first album that was ever given to me.
Really?
Yeah, my
What
dad.
was the one? It was,
he was
like
you should listen
Away
to this.
from the Sun.
It was just a door and it was on fire.
No,
I
that's not
remember
the
that.
one I'm thinking of.
Are you?
'Cause I'm so far down, away from the sun. Dun, dun.
If you will call me Superman.
Well, that's Kryptonite. We know that one. Come on, dude. Jeez, that's like fucking double platinum.
How about Let's Start a Riot?
We were listening to Pain in the car by 3 Days Grace.
Without love.
Without love. I was like, Cameron, you good, bro?
Sometimes you
I
just gotta go
can't feel
through it.
nothing at all.
You gotta take the wheel.
It's all driving music. I literally curate my liked playlist. I'm like, I bet that'd be sick in the car.
That's a good playlist.
But anyways, Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We are the Uneducated Scholars. I'm Cameron. With me, I have
James.
And with him, there is Hank.
Oh, we didn't do our intro song. Want to give it a shot? Start us
Sure.
off, James.
I'm gonna do.
We are the Uneducated Scholars. Coming down to you from the basement. I got nothing else.
We'll get better.
Uneducated Scholars. I mean,
Uneducated
it's a good
intro.
rap name. It's a good rap name. Actually, there is a rap group with the name Uneducated Scholars. Yeah.
On SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're even on fucking
It's a
YouTube.
race.
Yeah. So far, they're winning a little bit, but it's all right. We'll get there.
Why don't we just have them
We've got more content.
be
That's for
a
sure.
guest in one of our episodes?
Yeah, man. Just be like, yo, let's get
Uneducated scholars versus the uneducated scholars.
let's get the whole fam down here.
Maybe a little game.
Oh my god, what if we beat him in a rap contest?
That would be pretty funny.
That'd be fucking sick.
What if he beats us in a podcast?
He might.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible. People are strange when you're a stranger. That was an excellent song.
So kick us off, Hank.
Yeah, I mean, as you can tell by Jelly Jelly, People Are Strange.
I didn't realize that the Doors did that song.
Yeah. Have you heard it before and
Oh,
just didn't
yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a nice circus feel to that song, you know? Actually, that whole album's kind of like clownish, but in a good way.
Fucking clowns.
But yeah, let's get it kicked off. Obviously, if you can't tell by can we put Jim on the wall?
Yeah, I can. I was gonna wait for you to give
This is the kickoff.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Give the kickoff.
Jim Morrison, come on down.
Boom! Look at that. He's aiming a gun at us.
And for the
James.
audio, what's up?
We can talk to him. Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, put the gun down, man. Cameron doesn't deserve it.
No, dude. Don't do it.
I shoot him right in between his glasses.
Take his eyes out.
If you're gonna do it, just fucking get it over with, though.
Fucking kick him in the dick. Sorry, that has nothing to do with the gun.
All
Alright,
Jim Morrison
so let's dive in.
is here. He's ready to chill and
Before we dive in, how in depth are you guys with Jim Morrison or the Doors? Or psychedelic rock in general?
I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I started the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Bingo.
I'll give myself a modest 5.
You're rating them?
No. I'm just saying that my knowledge of psychedelic rock and or the Doors, I'm giving myself a 5 because I don't want to say that I know a lot and then I don't.
Like,
So
I
I'll give it a
jammed
5.
to it, but I don't know the history behind it. So I'm gonna give me a 4.
4.
All right, I'm gonna go up to 6.
Okay. Here we go. I got a 7. 7 going 1. 7 going 6. 6. All right, James is...
Together, we're a 10.
Together we're a 10.
Oh, that's disgusting. Don't you.
I kind of wanted to hold hands, but that's cool, too.
I'd dap you up.
Nothing like a dab up. So let's dive into it. Jim Morrison was one of, if not the biggest stars of music in the 1960s and 70s.
Shining.
He was huge.
He was
And I'm not
huge.
talking about his influence. Hung like a horse.
Hung like a horse.
I've never seen a man with a bigger penis.
It was huge.
It was huge.
It was huge. But yeah, one of the most influential people out of any generation, any decade.
Really? Sorry, I didn't mean to be that combative.
No. But I after
Maybe like Jimi Hendrix or somebody.
he's up there too,
Yeah.
100%. They actually were right around the same time, I believe so.
Yeah. Was he in the 60s too?
Yeah.
Dude, that was just a banging fucking
Can
time.
you imagine?
Yeah.
Well, a big part of that is the psychedelic rock.
It's the anti-culture.
Yeah, the anti. Yeah, because that was. Wait, when was the Vietnam War? Was that
Yep, that's
60s
the same
or
time.
70s.
I was
The same time.
60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the big flip in the 60s being the counterculture.
Counterculture, yeah.
Exactly what Jim Morrison was about.
Does my Red Bull count as a piece of the tower?
No.
Only if it's a topper.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Jim Morrison came from a military family.
Oh.
So his dad was a commander in the Navy. His name was George.
Of course it
He was born to dad George, mother Clara. George was actually on the Navy ship that got us involved in the Vietnam War.
Oh, yeah?
The Gulf of Tonka attack.
Tonka? That's how you say it?
Tonka.
It's like Tonka.
Tonkin.
Tonkin?
Tonkin.
What a sick name for a place.
Gulf of Tonkin.
Off of Tonkin.
Yeah.
Bro, you're off your Tonkin.
Dude, you're off your Tonkin Duncan.
All right, come on.
Get it out. I
But
hate it.
the reason I find it so bizarre is he literally came from a commander in the Navy, and then he's all counterculture.
Like, he was anti-war.
He's very rebellious against his family, against everything his dad stood for.
What's his childhood? Did he have a good childhood?
Well, with his dad being in the Navy, they did have to move a lot.
That
So he
makes
was born in
sense.
Florida.
Especially being a commander, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming he's got big balls and he's all over, bouncing them all over the place. But yeah, he moved all over. One big incident that Jim Morrison claims defined his whole life.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
So about whenever he was 5, they were driving in New Mexico and they saw a car accident in the middle of the road. And
Okay.
Jim claims that there were a bunch of Native Americans scattered on the road, bleeding to death, and no one was helping.
Oh, fuck.
But
Well, it's hot out, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean, no one's getting out in the New Mexico
And it's
desert
sandy.
heat. Are you
And it's
kidding me?
sandy. Yeah, we've
Hills
talked
of
about the sandy
Eyes.
place before.
Have you seen that movie? That's scary. That takes place in the desert.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
The G, but yeah. So, but his parents and his siblings are like that. It was not that bad. But Jim claimed that it was the first time he saw his parents not know what to do. So it was the first time he felt fear.
Mm.
So that has a big to do with his life.
It was like
So-
a big perspective moment.
Feeling fear, and maybe it was that he expected his parents, who were, you know, military parents, to know what to do in a situation like that, and they just didn't.
Didn't know it.
Lack of control.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm into it.
Yeah, so they were like, yeah, that never happened. That guy's a friggin' liar. But yeah, other than that, I think he had a pretty standard childhood, other than your dad being a commander and you see a bunch of Native Americans die in the middle of the road.
Yeah, that'd mess a lot of people up.
Yeah. So I think he ended up finishing high school in Virginia, but then he moved back down to Florida. He went to the University of Florida State.
Because he's a big brain.
Big brain.
Jim Morrison's super intelligent.
He's super IQ of 149.
What's the scale on that shit?
So I saw 85 to 114 is standard, and then like 115 to like 130 is like above average, and then 130 to 145 is like gifted, and then anything above 145 is considered a genius, I believe.
Right.
So he is considered a genius.
I've always been curious about those tests.
You can take them.
Well, no, I refuse to take it because if I'm a fucking idiot, I don't want to know.
It's a scary test to take.
Oh, no. As soon as I found out I was an idiot, life would be a lot easier.
Well,
Like, I'm not overthinking this.
I mean, who's gonna tell James?
like,
Tell me now. I've been waiting. Like I said, life gets easier.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. That's a terrible hat. Yeah, he was a super genius. He made the dean's list his freshman year,
Jesus.
In college?
Yeah.
Oh, well, a lot of people make the dean's list.
Do they?
Yeah. You just have to have a GPA.
Yeah, I feel
at
like
the
it's
time
still
of-
an accomplishment, you know.
It's kind of like honor roll in high school. I had dean's list my whole college career.
Well, shout out Cameron.
Yeah, thanks, dog.
All right. All right.
Fucked up that computer engineering, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I said
Rammed
s-
it.
Yeah.
By chance,
Ah.
have you ever
Because
seen
I had a lot of
budget
memory.
dominated-
A lot of fuck.
A lot of fudge.
But unfortunately, Jim Morrison did get kicked out of college. He got trashed at a football game and was starting fights. So then he got arrested, and then he got kicked out.
He
That's all it took.
He was like, "Have you ever felt fear?
I've seen people die in the streets.
I'll make you feel fear."
Let's go do some peyote in the desert.
Let's go do peyote in the desert.
You think you know how to do everything? Sorry, go ahead.
Think about the structure, though, in the 60s. To
Yeah.
where if you were just got arrested, you got kicked out of college.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you still
Like now-
do. You still do, actually.
I mean,
But something that small.
You lose your funding and everything.
I went to an Ohio State football game this year, and that student section of theirs was pretty freaking rowdy. I'm
Yeah.
not surprised that there wasn't a couple knockout punches thrown up there. So maybe they should be freaking getting kicked out and transferring to UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. They probably were a lot more strict then. I don't know. I just think of the 60s, and I just feel like people were just getting away with shit.
But let's also
Like,
look
do you know
at,
how easy murder is to get away with?
I mean, yeah, they couldn't catch a goddamn soul.
Fucking hell.
it's because the cops couldn't read.
Yeah, dude.
Shout
They
out
kept
Ted
getting
Bundy.
kicked out of college.
Ted Bundy went to Florida State.
Oh, did he?
Uh,
Florida State failed us.
fact. But also, you got to think about who Jim Morrison was and what he looked like. And he probably was not nice to those cops.
Yeah, probably not.
Like,
Yeah.
just who he seems to
He
be.
was already pissed off once he got.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, conformist? You want to unify? Tell me what to do? I'll knock you out like I just did this fucking clown."
They're like, Jim, that's
mean,
not
I'm-
how it went.
Yeah, I'm sure he was a lot more like, "I'm fucking what you want."
Yeah, I'm a puke.
Yeah, I'm sure he was truly.
Probably very drunk
Flashes
that
the
day.
cops, you know. Come get me. You're my fucking...
I like how it's able to fucking swing it.
Hank said he was well endowed, you know. He was fucking
Oh, that's true. He is.
just
isn't
swinging
he?
it around.
like-
you know? Well, I
You
feel
can
like...
tell by the way I look.
I feel like-
Ladies, man.
Because I feel like he's that cool kid who, you know, at the college games, he's got like no shirt on and then like just a bandana,
Just
and
like
then
swaying with
and
the
then just
wind.
like some super fucking skinny shorts. But he's got bell bottoms. Obviously, it's the fucking 60s.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then like he just leans on shit constantly, but his pelvic bone never touches the wall. So he's just like this all the time, and like pushing his stomach out, you know, so he can see his fucking.
Yeah, his pants are like a little too low.
Yeah. You could see the like the beginning of his little trail.
his root of his dick is
Yeah.
popping.
Yeah, dick root.
I don't know why I know that stance so well.
You just did
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many football games you go to in college?
it. Football locker rooms, it
Zero.
sounds like.
0.
That's fine. So yeah, after he got kicked out of Florida State, he transferred to UCLA, University of California in Los Angeles, to study film. But one thing about old Jim, or pal Jim,
Old Jimbo.
you're a fucking liar, dude.
He lied.
He's a big liar.
What do
He
you
lied
mean?
all the time.
It's tough to say with a guy with a gun, man.
That's not even a real gun. He's probably lying about that. So apparently, whenever he went to UCLA study film, he became a big time liar.
Okay.
Told everyone that his family and his siblings were dead.
Oh.
He was being edgy.
Well, I
Yeah,
also think he hated them. Like he was like, I'm done with these.
Why didn't he just say that? Probably because he
Maybe
was
it's
trying to
easier.
He was trying to set a vibe.
But
bro.
you know how you could be like, well, me and my family not getting best along, and then they're like, oh, well, let's all sit down and have a talk.
He
And they're
didn't
gonna
wanna
make them
talk.
like sit down and go through it. And sometimes you just gotta be like, they're fucking dead. Like I can't.
This is true.
Um,
Or he's just trying to get laid, you know? Like he's trying to look like that guy who has nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, baby, we could just get out of here right now.
kind of motorcycle.
Yeah.
The lie actually went a while about his whole family dying. The Doors manager got a call once, and it was this old lady. She was like, "Is Jim there?" He's like, yeah, well, who's asking? She's like, it's his mom. He's like, you're his mom? What do you mean? His mom's dead.
They laughed at her. His
Yeah.
mom's dead.
And then
Click.
the manager goes back to Jim. They're like, hey, just got off the phone with your mom. He's like, did you tell her where I lived? He's like, yeah. He's like, don't ever do that again.
If my mom calls, tell her I'm dead.
Yeah, dude. But like for the first year, there were articles being written about Jim Morrison being an orphan.
No
I
way.
swear, dude.
Goodness.
I was like, how do you bounce? It's like
Can you
that.
imagine only telling like one person and the lie got that out of hand? Like he just looks at a paper one day and he's like, ah, shit. I am not an orphan. I just didn't want to talk to that guy anymore about
Honestly,
my parents.
He kind of reminds me of that like one spoiled kid who's like got it too good, but he's like, I want to be part of the cool kids, you know. And he's like,
wants
my
to be a
parents
bad kid.
suck.
He put holes in his jeans on purpose.
Yeah, man. He just had a knife out. He was just fucking whittling his jeans down.
Well, see, I have a theory, especially about kids and their parents are high ranked in the military. I feel like they are just not going to turn out normal.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know anybody. Like, I don't
Probably
have
because
any-
there's like maybe
me
like an
either.
extra sense of structure.
Yeah, I don't.
And also non-structure too at the same time, right? Because like in the house there'd probably be like it'd be very structured and tense,
Well, not.
but you're moving around a lot.
You're probably not seeing your dad a bunch.
You're not seeing him a lot.
So,
But when you do see him, he's like,
I'll fucking put you down for 40 push-ups.
Yep.
Jim.
Jimothy.
Or you just get like sent off the boarding school.
Right? I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
send
Like,
you to boarding
they-
school with the Dinkle kids.
Boarding school has always blown my mind because I'm like, isn't that just permanent daycare?
No, but it's like not fun. At least daycare, they got like a little bit of freedom.
I actually know a guy who went to boarding school, and I told him that joke, and he just kind of looked at me. And I was like, I mean, you turned out all right. Like, was it bad? He was like, no, it was a good time. I was like, yeah, permanent daycare, dude.
Yeah, you had a good time. You know?
Practically summer camp.
Right.
That is hilarious to think about, though. Yeah, so back to Jim and his lies at UCLA. He hated UCLA, by the way. Not a fan. Didn't want to be there. But with the with Nam, he stayed in school so he wouldn't be drafted.
Yeah, a lot of people did that.
Yeah.
What a G move.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to graduate, but he still did. So shout out to Jim for pushing through it.
What did you graduate with? Was it film?
Film.
Yeah, I bet that was easy.
Yeah, dude, you have a freaking Albert Einstein IQ,
Film.
and you're just
maybe.
doing film.
Well, I mean,
I'm not saying film's
Yeah.
easy, but you know what I mean?
That sounds like you are.
I didn't do it.
it's probably
Dude, I've got an IQ of 79. 69, dude.
fucking ignorant.
That's what everybody says.
The most authentic, ignorant shit Karen's ever said.
Fucking ignorant.
So fast forward, Jim graduates. It's 1965. Venice Beach. He meets future Rock and Roll Hall of Fame keyboardist, organist, pianist Ray Manzarek.
Ray Manzarek.
Ray Manzarek.
Which
Should I know that name?
Yes.
he's a legend.
Shit.
And
He-
I'm sure if you've seen a photo of him, you'd be like, "Oh, I've seen that dude before."
He's got the sideburns.
He
Bump me
looks
down
like
to a
Shaggy.
fucking 3.
Dude, he looks like Shaggy, yeah.
But I'm shaggy.
You got that long.
He looks like you.
Yeah, you kind of look like
Except like if you like more like
straightened your hair.
fluffed your hair, straightened it, and like what was that hairstyle called?
Did that 60s
Fall
thing?
Out Boy guitarist.
All right.
Pete?
Fallout Pete Dink.
That's his name.
Pete Dink. You know that hairstyle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he kind of had.
All right, dude.
Not impressed.
To straighten your hair and then
Yeah,
you look like Ray.
but the only reason I have this hair is because I'm fucking lazy. So,
Straighten it.
Do you
would
think-
go against the
like, why would I put
laziness.
effort into
Going
it?
to a barbershop just seems like the
Whoa.
worst day ever.
It
And it's only
does.
like a 30-minute process.
It
I
does.
know.
And like I have friends that could do it for me, and I still don't even.
Invite them over, have them do it while you're playing match TFT.
No, I mean I like going in.
Why don't you just take a pair of scissors to your dome?
I don't know. I mean I do like to look presentable.
Do you remember that time you shaved your head when you were like 18?
Yeah, dude. I keep
Bro,
And
you
had
look
the
like
tongue
Slim
ring,
Shady
too. Dude,
for
the
like
tongue ring as well.
literally like a month.
You got a fresh tattoo, dude. A fresh shaved head and a tongue ring. It was.
And he was always tan.
Always
Because
tan.
he was working at AK.
And then he was like, "You guys ever hear the Doors?"
I keep threatening my wife. She's like, "Are you gonna cut your hair?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go straight Slim Shady." She's like, "Please don't." I'm like, "No, babe, I'm too lazy."
I'm not touching.
I'm so
I can
lazy,
do
the
it.
hair won't grow back.
Right.
So they meet Venice Beach. Jim just goes up to him. He's like, "I've been working on these songs. Would you like to hear them?" Ray said yes. Here come the Doors. That's what kicked it all off. A meeting at the
Was
beach.
he just playing like an acoustic guitar? Like singing
I
the
think he
songs?
was. I don't know if Ray had his instrument, but I'm pretty sure Jim just like read like his poetry. That he was like, "This is what I've been working on." He dug it. They dig it.
Let's run it.
Doors. And then they found guitarist Robbie Krieger. Krieger.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on where you're from. Robbie Krieger, and then drummer John Densmore. They were in their own band called Psychedelic Rangers.
That's a good start.
That is a good name.
Psychedelic Rangers.
Psychedelic Ranger.
But I mean, with the name Psychedelic Rangers, you would have to think that they're participating in the LSD.
Or the peyote.
Right. Or the peyote.
Or the peyote.
Or the magic mushrooms.
I wonder why that shit was so accessible.
Peyote?
No, LSD in the 60s.
Well,
Like it's talked
'Cause
about
it was
so
legal?
much. It was legal?
I mean, for the little bit of time that it had.
No way.
there's a conspiracy that Charles Manson was always in and out of jail just to basically give people LSD.
Really?
Yeah, that also didn't help. The MK Ultra, where they were producing LSD out the ass, the government was.
See, so this is like my theory of like his dad was really high in the military. How do we know he just wasn't giving his son LSD to take? Like, go tell your friends in California.
That's your conspiracy theory?
Personally,
Oh,
because it could happen to him, it could happen to you.
I don't like it. Go on.
I hope it's not true. I've seen it a million freaking times.
Every day of my life.
So then 1967, they came out with their debut self-titled album.
Hold
The
on.
Doors.
Where does the Doors come from?
The Doors, the name. It came from a book called The Doors of Perception,
Yes.
which is a reference to how psychedelics can change your perspective on life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that book was written. The guy who wrote that book, he was taking a lot of mescaline, I believe is what it's called.
Mescaline?
Is that what it's called?
I've never heard of this drug.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's
Mescaline?
masculine. Yeah, it's a psychedelic itself, and that's like what the whole book is him talking about experiencing it and stuff. So, wasn't their name also the Doors something? Like it wasn't. They had an original name.
I believe it was like the Stone Doors, maybe.
Yeah, something like
the
that.
Stoned Doors, I believe, maybe. But yeah, which is just hilarious.
The really, really stoned Doors.
So stoned you can't even answer the door for pizza.
Guys, Jeff is going through hell. Jesus.
Go on.
Don't ask. So yeah, 1967 they came out with their first debut self-titled album, The Doors.
Come on, come on, come on.
Yes. Their first single was actually a really big single, Break On Through to the Other Side.
Break on through to the other side.
Which is exact reference to their name.
Oh, yeah.
You know, break on through to the other side of the door. Duh.
Damn.
Now, whenever the Doors put on a show, they put on a show.
Okay.
A lot of it was improvised. Well, let me first start. Whenever Jim Morrison first started performing, he couldn't even look at the crowd. He was so nervous, so he would usually have his back turned to the crowd or be off stage performing. Very made me feel better about public speaking.
Yeah.
You know, if one of the biggest rock stars who's ever existed had trouble at
Was
first,
terrified.
why can't we? Why not me? Do you hear me?
Why me?
Do you hear me, God?
I'll be back.
Oh, Jim. Thank you for giving us guidance.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Go on.
So, like I said, yeah, their performances, they were more entertainers than musicians, I would say.
They were showmen.
Showmen. Just like us. Putting on the show must go on. The Ed Oliver Show.
Ed Sullivan?
Ed Sullivan Show. Big talk show, basically, if Jimmy Kimmel would have the Doors on. Is that fair to say?
Ask
What?
me again.
Ed
I know what you
Sullivan-
said, but like I need to hear it again.
Ed Sullivan
Yeah.
is equivalent to Jimmy Fallon
No.
or Jimmy Kimmel.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like a late night
sh-
show.
Yeah, late talk show where he would bring on like musicians and Hollywood.
Yeah, it was definitely a celebrity interaction for TV type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he would host legendary performances by the Doors, Beatles. You name them, they were on his show. He was a legend. So in the song Light My Fire, there's a lyric in there called We Can't Get Much Higher. So Ed Sullivan was like, yo, this is a kid-friendly show. Can you please change the lyrics? So I believe like we can't get any like happier or something. Something PG. And Jim Morrison was like, yeah, of course. Cut. Action. We can't get much higher. He didn't give a fuck about Ed Sullivan.
So he's kicked off.
Yeah, they were never back on the show.
So this is so these okay, so you started this with he threw crazy shows. And so at first he was extremely scared to be on stage on stage, and now he's throwing it back in Ed's face and just being cocky as hell.
Oh, this goes back to him not wanting to be controlled,
Right.
not want to be told what to do. and
He
stuff.
was like, yeah. Oh, you want? Yeah, I'll change my lyrics just for you. Okay. And then Showtime. But he didn't care that they weren't back. And the members, they did care, but they just tolerated them.
So what happened because of that? Did they just finish the show?
Yeah, I think they just finished the show, and they were never allowed back on.
They got banned?
Yeah, banned. There's
Cool.
the word.
Banned for evers and evers.
Let's
Worth it.
Yeah, 100%. But let's fast forward a couple months. This is still 1967. They have literally set the world on fire. They're as big.
They're
as you
popping
get.
off. They're popping off quick and hot.
Yeah. This is the end of the 67. Jim Morrison, high as Snoop Dogg, drunk as a skunk, hooking up with a younger lady before he goes on stage. Reports say that she was 14.
Oof.
I don't know. It didn't really want to dive into that. Cop sees it. Cop breaks it up and was like, you can't be making out and feeling up young women. And Jim Morrison's like, fuck you, I'm Jim Morrison. I can do what the hell I want. The cop maces him. He goes on stage, still performing. Like, middle of the song, cops come out and arrest him.
No
And
way.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Well, apparently it was all because he said, fuck the blue pigs. And then that's whenever the cops were like, let's go get that son of a bitch.
Yeah, you can't just say that on stage in 1968, 67.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially whenever, like...
Like,
Jim's
NWA
whole-
isn't out yet. Like, we can't do this
I mean-
yet.
100%.
We didn't have true freedom of speech until NWA came out.
Yeah, as soon as Ice Cube said it, we were like, okay, now we can say what we need to say.
Yeah. He was like, we got the pass.
Yeah, we're... No. No.
Oh, look, Cody.
Hey, Cody.
We were actually talking about how big of a fan you are. I hope we're not botching this for you.
That's okay.
Nah, it's okay. The Doors. Also with the Doors performing, a lot of it was improvised. So there'll just be times where Jim is just kind of putting along, you know, just almost freestyle. So the band always had to be on their toes and was like, is he about to go off here? Like, we gotta go. People claim that he was possessed on stage, where he would just like hit the floor and start like freaking out on the floor. And right now there's times where they had to like stop the show because Jim was acting up so bad, but in reality he was just so high that he just
the man was out
he
of
was
his
tripping
mind.
balls out there, dude.
That's crazy.
So like, I cannot, man, just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do on stage. just put some LSD.
Flick
on
a
his
cigarette.
stomach. It's like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
They're like, ah, shit, it's gonna be one of these.
You guys ready?
I'm just gonna send it.
Come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, he's more than just a singer. He was a showman. Another thing about Jim is he never saw the Doors being his destiny in life. He just thought that was something to do until his poetry and writing got recognized for what it was.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a time, and I believe it was 1969, where he took a break from the Doors just because of how crazy he was getting. He got married to a woman named Patricia. But he had a girlfriend, Pamela, which I think is like a really famous girlfriend of his, where they would basically get into not fist fights, big old arguments. It was very annoying for the band to.
Was
put
that
up with.
the easy manipulated drifter?
Yeah.
Bingo, bango, bongo?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just an easily manipulated drifter. That's a Family Guy reference, by the way. Yeah.
What was I'm a free spirit. You're like, oh.
That also means I'm a slut.
It was let's get to the big incident that everyone's been waiting for.
The big incident.
I like to dub this the 1970 Florida incident.
Not Florida.
It's back in his where he was born.
Everything bad happens in Florida.
That's a hot take.
Oh, guys. I'm sorry.
Dude.
I tried to warn everybody it was happening so fast.
Well, you
You did
know,
your best.
we said Florida, and then you had an
A snoz.
adverse reaction.
Instantly, I was allergic to the room.
All right, give me a beer before we.
Yeah, before
Let
we
the
get to
ball
the
drop.
sauce.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Yeah, before we get to this incident,
Now, there's conspiracy around this, right? And I legitimately don't know much.
Well, I don't think we're talking about that sauce. I think we were talking about a different sauce.
Talking about different sauce?
well, there's also conspiracy around this.
Oh, okay.
So 1970, Jim's getting a little wild. Jim is on drugs. Jim is drunk. He is having a good time. So he takes off his shirt.
Okay.
Having a good time.
This is during a show.
This is live Florida.
This is normal shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's swampy in Florida. You want to take your clothes off. I get it.
Yeah.
It's
Having a good time on stage.
yeah. But the problem is he started acting like he was sucking off his bandmates, which I guess the crowd didn't like.
In the 70s, I guess that would not be.
All right, whoa, man.
What do you-
There's that one there's that one American guy's like, come on, man, it's my favorite band.
You're gonna ruin my favorite. I danced at my wedding for this song.
There's that one redneck in the crowd going, now he just had to get fucking political now, didn't he?
Well, I'm walking right out the doors with this going on.
I want a fucking refund, man.
Jim, don't touch his John.
If I wanted to see dudes sucking off other dudes, I'd go to, I don't know, insert inappropriate place.
I wouldn't have gone to Florida. I would have gone to
Tennessee.
I would have went
is that a gay state?
I would have went to Field and Stream. Let me just piss off everyone. I know Field and Stream's a dream. Well, then Jim took it next. Okay, yeah, he's acting like he's sucking off his bandmates, and then his hand. Now, this is the big conspiracy. Did he start cranking his brains out and flash the crowd?
I think he did.
You think he's dead?
I think that he did just because it sounds like it's part of his character at this point.
James?
I'm pretty sure there's pictures and videos of it.
Oh, no.
I haven't been to those websites in years.
I know there's at least a picture of him with his hand in his pants.
I mean, I've seen both of you guys with your hands in your pants for...
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, I can see that it's a controversial topic.
It's just for a scratch, though, you know?
It's a pinch and roll. I get it.
But he was already trying to suck his drummer off.
But this is straight from the band manager's mouth. Jim Morrison did not take his pants off.
That just sounds like a manager.
It was the most like I was a manager for a 1960s rock band I've ever seen.
I did not have sexual relations with my hand.
Jeez. Yeah, he did. Okay, so Jim gets arrested because of this.
Yeah, see, he got arrested too. Like they seen him up there yanking the wanker, and
Big
they
sauce.
just pull him off the stage. They're like, "Man, come on, dude."
They saw it happen. His manager said he didn't do that, and they said, I just fucking saw him do that.
Literally just saw the goddamn thing happen.
I ignored the imaginary blowjobs, but this is out of hand.
It's in the hands.
Man, I'd be a little uncomfortable, too.
Yeah, that show was probably weird.
I mean, would you rather have Jim Morrison grabbing junk, or would you rather have Travis Scott just getting people killed?
Okay, see, now that's a bit debatable. I
agree.
Is it?
I didn't watch the show, but I really think it's the venue's fault, man. They shouldn't have let that many people in the first place, and they should have had proper exits.
Well, that's the thing, is Travis Scott was in charge of the venue.
He's not in charge of security and the setup. Come on now.
Now, he was in charge of telling people to break the gates down and sneak in.
Oh.
But I do think
Yeah.
didn't Travis Scott design Astro World?
I mean, it is Astroworld, which is the name of his album and his whole shtick.
Like, he created his own music festival.
Yeah, but he's teamed up with Live Nation, who does all the festivals.
I saw
Bonnaroo?
I saw some headlines for it, and they were like, Travis Scott issues papers to basically call off the whole thing on him being liable for it. And everybody's like, outrage, outrage, and then the comments under it, they're like, yeah, no shit, he is. They're like,
He doesn't want to get in trouble.
yeah, like
Yeah.
everybody would. Come on,
Yeah, don't
stop it.
Don't try to be the hero.
Yeah.
I would. If I did that, I would have gave everyone CPR.
It just blows my mind how many people actually died during that.
Was it 8?
It was 10.
Was
No,
it 10?
it's 10.
I mean, that's just. I
No,
mean,
it's 11.
I mean, that's horrible. That's horrible,
Dude, it's the second biggest concert deaths in America of all
And
time.
what blows my mind about it is like, he ain't even that big.
Bro, he's
Travis Scott?
huge.
Yeah.
This is the same guy who has McDonald's meals, bro.
Really?
He's on Dude, Fortnite put him like in the game. Like Fortnite had its own like cinematic for him.
He threw a concert in Fortnite.
He threw the biggest virtual concert of all time. No, that was Marshmello.
yeah,
But
that,
point
yeah,
being,
that was Marshmallow.
Point being, dude, he's huge.
Yeah.
I can't even list a fucking song. But anyways, I've heard of big okay, like the only thing that I've been in that was probably anywhere near that was probably that System of a Down concert that I went to.
Yeah, imagine that.
Where
times
like
10.
where like I couldn't touch the floor because people were crammed so far into there. But people were getting out. People were letting people out too.
No, I'm pretty sure like people, especially up front, like they couldn't move. Like
No.
they were like smashed up against the fence and like down
Yes,
by
because
people's feet.
what had happened was
He should have just fucking stopped.
there was a middle path. Yeah, he was supposed to stop it.
See, that's the thing is like he claims he didn't hear anyone being like, "Yo, you need to help. You need to stop."
People are like screaming for their lives.
But to his credit, he has stopped shows before, according to him. I don't know, but
According to him,
he said
there's
that
no
he's-
account of it.
I'm sure there's video that he stopped a show to help someone.
Dude, years ago, this is gonna be the last thing I'm gonna say about the Travis Scott thing. But years ago, a guy got paralyzed at a show because he told him to jump off a balcony.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that is one.
because the
thing.
guy like climbed on the balcony and he was like, "Yeah, if you enter the Rage Life, jump." And like he didn't want to jump anymore. He was like, "This is actually a bad idea." And then like people were like yelling at him to jump. They're like, "Go, go, go!" And Travis Scott's like got the whole show focused on this one guy, and he jumps and paralyzed for life.
Yeah,
Apparently, he didn't pay for like anything either.
It was not worth it.
No.
But that's the thing about Travis Scott is he throws ragers at concert. Like it's all a mosh pit.
That sounds horrible. I don't want to go to that show.
You saw Travis Scott live, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a Travis Scott show.
How was it?
It was fun. I didn't die. And I
I
didn't
was
think
about
I
to
was
say,
going to die.
Should we give you like I survived a ribbon?
Purple Heart.
I survived Travis Scott.
Jesus.
I'm going to end up on like 60
Oh,
minutes.
No.
Like, yeah, I was at the Travis Scott show. They were like, "So you seen all the horrible things?" Oh no, the show I went to was great. I had an amazing time.
Great.
They're like, "So you weren't at the Astroworld?" No.
No.
I think you guys just want to know how good he could be.
He got a lot of potential.
It's incredibly irresponsible. But go on.
It'd probably be like your Franklin interview.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't hear about people dying later this way.
I need to watch that again, dude. That's just a good reminder of
Yeah.
my IQ.
During all they're performing, Jim Morrison was bigger than the Doors. Like most frontmen are of big
Right.
rock bands, you know.
Right.
He was really attractive, great hair, and brand new music that everyone loved,
And a genius.
and a genius.
And well endowed.
But he was sick of people just staring at his nice chiseled body. He was like, "I'm more than just my body. Listen to my words." So then he started growing out his facial hair. He put on a bunch of weight just to prove, like,
He didn't want to be a sex icon.
thank you. No sex icon. Wanted to be a goddamn writer and a poet. So after he gets arrested for jerking off on stage,
The man felt dirty and felt like he needed to clean up is what happened.
he found God.
Oh man.
Nah, he
No,
didn't.
not
Oh, okay.
This man did not find God.
But yeah, after getting arrested for jerking off on stage, he moved to Paris with his girlfriend, Pamela, the one from before that he would be all crazy with, because that was his drug buddy. You take your drug buddies to Paris, obviously. Everyone knows that. Well, Paris, he was like, I just need to get away. I'm on trial. I'm not getting back there.
No, why would you?
So he's like, I'm just going to stay out here, focus my mind, get right. But then he just became into a downward spiral of an alcoholic, destroying his body. I mean, I saw reports where he was 27, but he looked like he was 47.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know the roughest 27-year-old that you know, because we're all about that age. But I don't know none that look like they're 47.
No.
Yeah.
I wonder what he was taking.
A little bit of this.
Because not just alcohol does that too. You got to take like some extra shit. Like you got to take your supplements. You got to take your fucking vitamins to look like
I feel
you're
like if
47.
you're a rock star drinking though, you know what I mean? Like, he could be drinking like a bottle of like tequila a day. I feel like that would start making you look like shit.
I don't know, man. I mean, it might make you look dehydrated, but I don't think it's gonna like age you.
He's
I
probably
think it does.
he probably smokes too.
Well, he's also on heroin. In
Oh, there it is.
I didn't want to say it.
All right.
Because everyone says heroin's a gateway drug.
So hold on, back up before we go to
Heroin
Paris.
is the gate, dude.
Yeah, heroin's a gateway drug.
Heroin's
Stay
the
away
end
from
of the
heroin.
road.
Before you know it, you'll be freaking doing
You're fucking dead.
salts.
Bingo. Salt.
So
He did not do
wasn't
skincare.
it a thing where during their one of the album processes, didn't he disappear for a long time?
Yeah, that's
Was this before Paris?
yeah, this was before Paris. I want to say this happened in like 69. He just disappeared. That's whenever he got married to Patricia, and he was really trying. He was trying. He was like, I just need to step away. Well, because the guitarist threatened to quit, Dinsmore. John Dinsmore was like, I'm out of here, dude. You're fucking out of control. But then he came back. He's like,
Wait, John Dismore, isn't he the drummer? Isn't it Kreger the
Krager, the
Kreger's
guitarist,
the
yes.
guitarist, yeah.
Krager was like, I'm out of here. But then, yeah, he did walk away and was like, he wrote a lot of poetry in that. And I think that's where their last album that came out in 78, American Prayer, is basically all of that poetry that he wrote. A lot of it coming from that time.
It's insane that he's like 27,
That's when he
28 at this point.
became the Lizard King.
The Lizard King.
Yeah, because he was out in the desert just peyote and
That's crazy, man.
whatever else.
Can you imagine being our age and being that big of a star?
No.
I mean, even younger. Look at Justin Bieber.
Oh,
Justin Bieber was.
But I don't respect him.
Why don't you respect Biebs?
I don't know why. I don't like the way he looks.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because people said you guys looked alike?
No. Dude, that was a major insult from adults when we were kids. You look like Bieber.
Yeah, dude,
The
'cause
hair.
we all were rocking the
hair.
swoops.
What's
Everybody had the swoop.
Oh, you look like Justin Bieber. God. I was like, I had fucking long hair. Are we older than him?
No, he's older than
Yes.
us. No.
Justin Bieber?
Yeah, dude, he's like 30.
No.
I swear, bro.
Dude, Baby came out whenever we were in like
Middle school.
High school, dude.
yeah, Justin Bieber was like 11 whenever he came out with Baby, wasn't he?
No, he was a little bit older than that.
He was a
was
teenager.
13?
He was probably like 15 years old.
15 on Baby.
Yeah, bro.
If someone in the
I'm
chat
telling
could
you,
let
dude,
us know
JB
how old J Beebs is, that would be. Because I truly do not know.
Yeah, he's 100% older than us.
And then he got this fucking hard persona. He almost went to jail, and then, he had to get a bunch of tattoos and lift the weights. So now he's hard,
But he's now soft again.
living in L.A.
He has a kid, dude.
Oh, sorry.
That's the hardest job on this fucking planet, is being a parent.
He's 27.
He's 27? Is he
27.
really? Fuck.
Let's hope he doesn't join the club.
Damn.
Sorry.
Join the club.
I thought he was 34.
You can-
So did I. I thought he was at least 30, man.
Maybe he'll join the Jim Morrison club.
It's called the 27 Club, dude.
Dude.
There was just in the 60s, I think there was 3 people in the club. Jimmy,
No. I think Jim died in 1970.
Morrison.
No, that's 71. Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah, Hendrix.
Yeah, I think he died in 70.
So maybe
it could be 69.
I'm thinking the 70s then.
Like,
So it was Jim, Janice.
that guy from the Rolling Stones. I forget, but he basically started the Rolling Stones. And then there's another...
I can only name 2 people, and I know they're both still alive.
Janice Joplin.
Yeah, Janice Joplin, yeah.
Which apparently hooked up with Jim Morrison.
Dude.
And a bunch of people.
I'll tell you, yeah, she was super freaking...
I tried to,
what was it called? It's Free Spirit.
Free spirit. She was very free-spirited.
No joke, though, she's really good.
She was well
I have one
endowed.
of her CDs.
Yeah, she was in a
Dude,
couple different
she's got
music
some
groups, I'm pretty
badass music.
sure. I literally tried doing like a little bit of research on her, but the internet was just like she had sex with a bunch of like musicians, and I was like, I'm just like, what are we
I
doing?
don't want this.
Why? What?
That's all anybody can talk about is that stupid double standard.
But they were like, oh well, she had sex with Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, and the something band.
Oh, thank you for that great fucking hint.
I'm the Lizard King.
The Lizard King. All right, go on.
So yeah, he moves. Let's fast forward to his death, because that's basically Paris was just him becoming
Falling apart.
getting taped together. Well, he's also with his fucking very twisted relationship partner of Pamela.
Toxic, destructive.
I mean, she was a true heroin junkie, and she was like, "You should do some heroin." I hope Jim didn't do it at first. That's all I can say about that.
Wait, okay. Did you just give us a steamy soup of foreshadowing there? Like, how did he die?
Well, no, he did heroin. I hope he turned it down at first, and then she offered again. Then he's like, okay, I'll do it.
Okay, so
He
you're-
tried to be a good
Yeah,
person.
I hope he at least tried. So July 3rd, 1971, Jim Morrison found dead in his bathtub by Pamela. There are conspiracies to his death.
Yeah.
The first one, which is the most unbelievable to me, was there's this nightclub owner named San Burnett, who was like, yeah, we were supplying Morrison and his lady the heroin. But he OD'd in our bathroom, and then we dumped the body off in his apartment just so we didn't get in trouble for it. Then why are you telling us now?
Right.
Just trying to get his club popping.
And why would you draw him a bath?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a lot of business just to his.
Because he was found
plays.
face down in the bathtub. I'm pretty sure he was fully dressed and everything.
Yeah. I thought he got shot.
No.
I think you're thinking of Kurt.
You're thinking of John Lennon.
I am thinking of Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I know you are, but we're not. Courtney killed Kurt, but he's saying that Pam killed Jim.
No, the nightclub owner did.
I mean, she basically did with the heroin, dude.
Agreed.
No, I mean, I'm serious. That's just no joke.
Yeah, no,
This has been a no heroin ad.
I
This
think
whole podcast
we did
has
it,
been
dude.
don't
It's
do
so
heroin.
stupid.
if you
Don't do
I'm gonna
heroin.
look. If you walk away with anything from this hour,
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do heroin more than
don't
twice.
do Say no to heroin the first time. Say no. This is what I'll say. It's a pretty bold statement. Say no to heroin the first time and the last time. Good luck. The reason his death is so intriguing is no autopsy done.
Oh, they didn't do an autopsy.
They said it was because of heart failure.
Which is believable.
Believable.
27.
At 27?
He looked 43, I guess.
47.
47. He looked it, so
But
he probably
who-
felt it too.
Who has heart failure at the age of 23?
27.
27. No difference.
Nobody does. I don't know.
Jim did.
Coronavirus people, I guess.
Wow.
I've heard that.
Wow.
That is
You just had to say it, didn't you?
I mean, it's a real thing. Maybe he had the Rona.
Maybe Jim Morrison died to coronavirus. That's a good one.
No, I'm just kidding. But why? So he died in where? He died in Paris.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, no autopsy, huh? On potentially the most famous rock musician in history.
Yeah.
No autopsy.
None.
It must have been so obvious. Like they may have
It
covered
has
it
to have
up.
been.
Like they may have covered it up with heart failure, just to kind of protect his
Legacy. He was like, he definitely did not OD and
ease the
drown in the
pain.
bathtub.
Right. I mean, like maybe he killed himself or something like that, and they were touchy about shit like that in the
Well, I
70s.
think-
So
No, I think how did Jim Henderson die?
Jimi Hendrix. He died in his sleep,
yeah,
but he had
He had like a weird,
air quotes.
well, wasn't it like a weird death? Did
Yeah,
have like a
well, he
seizure
had,
or
like-
something?
drugs in his system. But
What if the CIA was fucking?
Well, here's the thing.
Killing all
After Jim Morrison got arrested the first time after he was like, fuck the pigs in blue, the FBI like had a record on him and followed him since. Just for the counterculture he was and just the type of person and the messages he was trying to give to young people. So, how do we know that they were like, let's just go Jim Morrison's place, OD him ourselves, dump him in the bathtub, just so he doesn't come back to the States?
use it as a
Absolutely.
So that's another conspiracy of like...
Same thing with Jimmy
Jimmy. I know you're thinking of...
Hendrix.
Was there a conspiracy that the FBI killed Jimi Hendrix?
No, I'm just
No.
saying all the young people that died
Oh, yeah, yeah.
as a young musician, because they didn't like rock music, right? Oh, that shit's, corrupting your brain.
They like the Beach Boys.
Right. So what if they were offing all of these influential rock artists
Entirely possible.
because they were too dark or
They-
real? Really?
I mean, think about the Doors.
What?
The Doors.
The Doors, dude.
Yeah, but
doors
like
to
that's
your
just
mind.
that's too far because now I'm thinking about it, it's like you think about like some artists that are like way darker and way weirder that didn't die.
Like who?
Fucking Ozzy Osbourne. Think about like how edgy he was in the 70s. Like making metal music, black metal music.
Who was the chick that tore up the photo of the Pope? Shay O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor, yeah.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
would
but-
offed her. Pope goes deep.
Fucking Korn, bro.
Yeah, but these are some of the first people who were coming out with
OGs?
music that was kind of a counter.
The counterculture
Well, I mean-
music, the psychedelic rock.
especially at this time when we were fighting communism. Like the CIA was doing a lot of stupid shit to other countries
Yeah.
to fight against communism. I mean, like I don't put it past them to kill a couple of influential people in
yeah.
America that they disagree with.
Not even in America. Dude's off. Everyone knows he's a drug. Everyone knows he's a junkie. Let's go kill him. And
Right.
We don't have to deal with it. They don't have cell phone cameras or security cameras or
Right,
probably
right.
not even a watchdog.
Right.
What if the Paris does have a watchdog? What is it going to be? Like a poodle?
Yeah, man. I think the CIA killed him. 100%.
It's
hate it.
fact.
I do not hate it.
I said I think.
Um,
Okay. No, you know what? I know.
There it is.
I'm gonna finish
I
up.
knew it.
Oh, by the way, Jim Morrison is buried in Paris. Is one of like the biggest draws that Paris has.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Big
has a
tourist attraction.
huge monument
It's massive.
for where he's buried. It also gets vandalized a lot.
It does look rough.
It's been through
I don't know
hell.
if they keep up with it, but some photos I saw, it looked like people just go there and like
party on it.
basically like, hey, we're gonna like drug out to you, Jimbo.
Oh, wow.
So,
I bet he loves it.
oh yeah, I bet he's looking sideways and being like nice.
Yeah. Sick, dude.
To wrap up with the Doors, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame at
The
1993.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Damn, it
But
took
you-
that long.
Yeah, it took that long. So
It usually does take a while for people to get in. There's a
s-
line.
There is a line. I mean, yeah, they didn't even get like a lifetime achievement award from the Grammys till like 2003, I think. So
Damn.
it took quite a while. But just they had 6 studio records, and they went gold 20 times, platinum 14 times, and multi-platinum 5 times.
Wow.
So, hell of a run for just being a band for
Super
4
successful.
years.
And the first of its kind.
First, the pioneer.
Wait, when did Led Zeppelin come out?
Same time.
60s.
Same time?
Mid
man.
60s.
What a fucking time to live
I
in.
know, dude. Imagine just being a hitchhiker walking to fucking California and you get picked up.
What's the biggest thing we've got?
It's mostly
These
hip hop.
nuts.
Yeah, mostly
We've got,
Travis
we got
Scott.
major hip hop artists. We got some of the biggest hip hop artists ever.
We've had a lot of bad things happen.
Speaking
Jesus.
of
I guess they had Vietnam, but
future,
we don't really have. Well, yeah, we do. Fucking Iraq,
Can you tell us about Iraq?
man. No, I don't. I don't even want to misstep about it, to be honest.
You guys remember that time that
I
Toby
don't know
Keith put his
enough.
hand in his pants in Iraq?
What?
Yeah,
No, I made that up.
Toby Keith. Dude, a lot of rock musicians went to Iraq to.
Oh yeah, dude, that was a
Sing
big
for the
thing
troops?
Yeah.
for the troops.
I'll never forget.
Well, apparently they didn't actually go. They used the same studio where they shot the moon landing. In
Oh, it
Hollywood.
was Five Finger Death Punch made like a whole fucking big shebang about going out. Like it was great that they went out
Yeah.
to the soldiers. Like that was what the soldiers was listening to. It was fucking Five Finger Death Punch,
Oh,
right?
could you imagine, like,
Yeah.
the Marines?
Yeah.
like,
Like,
Jar
pulling
heads
up?
just banging out.
Yeah, hell
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm all
God.
for it. But then Five Finger Death Punch kept making it like basically an advertisement out of it.
What have you done though?
Right.
Where were you on 9/11?
right. So they just kept fucking, I mean, over and over and over. We're going out to the troops. We're going out to the troops. And I'm like, that's great, man. But like,
I'm not.
do it for them. Do it for them. Don't do it for us. You know, like,
Yeah,
jeez
that's
Louise.
always the worst.
You know what's ironic
hate
about Five Finger Death Punch being the Iraq band is I heard a lot of people on January 6th was also listening to Five Finger Death Punch.
January 6th.
What'd I say?
That's what you just said.
Am I supposed to know the
I
date?
don't know what this means.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm so lost.
January 6th?
Yeah.
When they stormed the Capitol?
Oh. Man,
Five
that
Finger
was
Death Punch was on.
that was
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
stupid.
Everyone at the storming the Capitol was listening to Five Finger Death Punch.
I love it when people
That
get
is
upset.
Spotify shillers listening along going.
I love it when people get upset that like people got shot in the White House. You know?
No one got shot in the White House.
No, I mean like guards shooting at people coming in.
Oh, at the Capitol? I think one
Yeah.
person died.
Right. People are like, "Oh, I can't believe they did that." I'm like, "You fucking
That's their
stormed
job.
the Capitol.
They're literally paid to be there all day to wait
You
for somebody to go in there.
Stormed the fucking Capitol. You fucking
It is
idiot."
weird
like,
how you just waste one person. Like, what was the point of wasting one person after, like, people have already been in and out of the building?
what do you mean?
It's like
Why
they
shoot
shot
that one guy?
It was one woman. They just shot her, and then it was like, well, the Capitol was already being stormed, and she wasn't like at the front or anything, and it was.
It's probably like to make a point.
Bro,
Well,
we will
after-
start killing you.
But it's
people.
like after the whole like basically thing's over, and they're like, and like, fucking. Like,
I'm gonna shoot somebody.
I'm getting wanted.
I forget who I upset, but I was talking to somebody. You know, like I definitely don't agree with the reasons for storming the fucking Capitol or anything, but you know, I was like, you know what? I tell you what, they fucking did it. They did it right.
They
Like,
got
look
it.
at them. They did it.
They're in there, dog.
You know what I mean? Like they were successful.
Like, it turns out it's not that hard. You just need a lot of people.
And 5-finger death punch.
And 5-finger fucking death punch, dude.
Oh man, that's funny.
That was great.
There's a really cool audio clip
Thank you, Jim Morrison.
of Jim Morrison. Actually, it's a video. It's an interview. He was talking, and he had a really crazy prediction that's very, very true.
Oh, yeah.
So he had talked about how in the future, music makers were going to be solo, and then they were going to use recording machines and looping machines to make music on their own and not need a band. Talking about like producers, the concept of
DJs.
people being producers and DJs and stuff.
He's like, you control all the instruments.
You control all the instruments all at once.
Well, Jim Morrison, I mean, he's an inventor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what
he's
I mean?
a super
Like-
smart dude who is constantly on drugs. Like,
Right.
He's probably... And whenever
So
you...
his IQ is lowered by probably 40, and he's still doing all this shit.
You think
You know what I mean?
You think the LSD lowered his IQ?
I mean, I know that it opens your mind, but it's not gonna like, fucking heighten your IQ.
Well, why do you think it would lower it by 4? I feel like 40 points is drastic.
All right, I may have exaggerated. We can talk about the points.
Maybe the
later.
alcohol, maybe like the heroin.
Yeah,
dropped
I mean,
40
Maybe it
points.
was, other things. But it makes sense whenever you know, like, what kind of performer he was, that he liked to improvise. Like, he liked it whenever everyone had to wait for him to act before. So it makes sense that he would have the vision of, I could be doing all of these guys' jobs whenever I choose to do it.
If I had the technology.
Yeah, it's like, I could do keyboards just like him. I could do the drums just like him. I could do the guitar just like him. Maybe even better.
Damn.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic. All right, I think we should wrap this one up.
And that's The Doors.
Shut her down.
Yeah, thanks, Hank. I really enjoyed this
I hope
one.
you enjoyed it, yeah.
Yeah, I think you did a really good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Well,
It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad. Yeah, it was a blast. I didn't know anything
Jimbo.
about psychedelic rock, but I've been listening to Doors for the past 2 weeks, and it's just... If anyone wants to listen to a great album, I recommend doing L.A. Woman by The Doors.
You
It's
like
awesome.
that one the best?
It's awesome. But they have 6 studio albums, and you can get lost in everything that wasn't officially released, so... Have fun.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we're here Fridays at 10 o'clock. You can catch us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, whatever you want. Whatever you want, hop in, throw us a message. If you throw us a follow or a subscription, we will drink in your honor.
Oh, my
So, save it till next week. I mean, you can do it while we're not watching, but it'd be less fun.
I love to watch.
And then, listen to us on our podcast. We're on every platform. We love y'all. Take it easy.
Sweet dreams. I love you.
I don't actually
We
have a
love you.
mouse. There it is.
We love you.